They're tired of being divided. They want leadership that will stand up and tell us all that first and foremost we need to come together as Americans in order to solve our problems. We need a president, ladies and gentlemen, who's going to stand up and say we have an economic deficit. It's called $15 trillion in debt. This is the debt problem. It is a national security problem, and we are not going to leave it to the next generation of Americans, ladies and gentlemen. And I want to stand up, and I want to swear with the American people about this. Afghanistan is not our nation's future. And Iraq is not this nation's future. Our nation's future is how prepared we are to rise up as the American people and hit head-on the competitive challenges of the 21st century. You know what I'm talking about? And this is about economics. And this is about education. And this is going to play out over the Pacific Ocean with countries that I have lived in before. And all I can tell you tonight, without any hint of hyperbole, folks, if we don't get our act together at home, we will see the end of the American century by 2050, and we are not going to let that happen, are we? Ladies and gentlemen, we've also been able to get our message out to the people of this great state about a second deficit that we have. It's not an economic deficit, but it is just as corrosive as the economic deficit. It's called a trust deficit. Because the people of the greatest nation that ever was, the United States of America, no longer trust their institutions of power. And no longer trust their elected officials. And I say, how did we get to this spot? We are too good as people to be in this hole. We are the most blue sky, problem-solving, can-do, optimistic people on earth, and we're going to get out there and we're going to address the trust deficit. And it's going to start with Congress, because everybody knows Congress needs term limits. We have pounded the pavement, we have shaken hands, we have had conversations, we have won people over person by person. This is the old way to get politics done in New Hampshire. And my confidence in the system is reborn because of the people in New Hampshire. Because they just turn out at these town hall meetings, nobody forces them, nobody tells them they have to do it. It's because they believe in a better tomorrow for the United States of America.
And they believe in Jon Huntsman!